So GM and Jen, like good evening, Sammy, and also it's great to have you with us today. And also our community excited to talk and to know more about cross ages. So I'm Soflipa, you can call me Lipa, and happy to be today's host and also to do the interview with cross ages. So yeah, so like how's the day? How are you today?
Well, the day is great. Thank you very much, Lipa. I'm very happy, to spend this time with you. I just go back from KBW in Seoul, spending 10 days there. We just have 2 days in France, and then we're going back to Singapore for Token 2049. So a busy day, and then we're gonna finish this month in Tokyo, in Japan, for the Tokyo Game Show.
Awesome. So today, for some new audience and also maybe some new followers for cross ages, you might haven't know about what's the project about. So could you maybe have some introduce about cross ages, and today's will be a very packed agenda. So Sami is the founder and the CEO of Cross Ages, and Cross Ages is an exciting intellectual property that brings together fantasy, sci-fi, and also maybe some different types of elements in a way we haven't quite seen before. So Sami, could you give us maybe a brief introduction about Cross Ages, and also maybe about you and the team behind the project?
Yes. So I'm on the gaming since 2010 exactly, and start to have my own publishing company in 2014. We built video game for Nintendo, Sony, and Xbox since this year, 2015 exactly, and we released more than 50 video game, casual game, but also game for Nintendo, Sony, and Xbox. We learned a lot, and in 2020 the idea was to create something new, not creating a new game, but to create the whole saga. This saga will be on 7 books exactly, like Harry Potter or Game of Thrones, and created something super deep. So we hired the best writer in science fiction and on fantasy to work together and to create a very unique saga. In the meantime, we convinced more than 150 international artists that used to work for Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Star Wars, League of Legends, Valorant, and so many projects. That's to work with us for 10 years, not 1, 10. So all of the people have an engagement, for 10 years to first created the story, but also created the graphic Bible. And the idea was to give for the people the way to being able to see. Well, imagine a kind of show like Game of Thrones without the show. Why you gonna be able to see Jon Snow, Tyrion Lannister, everything will be designed by the artist. We start to release some footage in 2022. The game was released the trading card game is the first experience, releasing in March 2023. And then the second game called Arise, an action RPG, will be released for the first time, showcased for the first time in 2 weeks. So in Tokyo for the first time. And then people will be able to play it in few months, because the release will be beginning of next year.
Awesome. And also I've just noticed about your jacket. I see Cross Ages.
Oh, you can imagine how many outfits we have. We created
you have already made a lot of merchandise about Cross.
Yeah.
Right?
You have the reversible jacket university, you have the cargo, you have sweet tooth, you have the hat, you have so many things. I think we created more or less 25 products. And this is good because we have a huge community of girls and men looking, from some merch, and we have many people having the merch, but they're not from the community, so it's good. The logo, the style, so it's really great.
Awesome, because I think mature merchandise can show you guys have a lot of confidence about the IP itself, so it can be spread out.
It is, and during our conversation, I will show you some pretty unique thing that we created. In fact, that card will have 3 phases. All our game is working with some assets. It can be digital for people from the web 2. It can be NFT for people who want to have the ownership, and it can be also physical, so people to burn the NFT and receive, the physical card at home, and they're all unique, linked to the blockchain. So we work with a company called Cartamundi. It's a company who the cards for Pokemon and Magic the Gathering since like more than 25 years now, and like the partner and exclusive partner, for across the ages, and we have like a unique quality, of design today.
Awesome, because I've heard you mention about like you are cooperated with them more than 10 years instead of 1 year. I think that's an interesting point, because usually some like users or some typical like crypto projects, they are not maybe maintaining the collaborations in the long term, because there's a time mechanism for different projects. So it's kind of like a shock to me, like for when you mentioned about like 10 years collaborations instead of 1 year. So like, how's that about?
It's so different. I think one thing very interesting. It's this is the first gaming project with 5 gaming publisher behind, like Square Enix, Ubisoft, Animoca. This is the first time where you can find a game that people from Web2 accept to invest on this company, and I really believe that they accept because Cross the Ages is an hybrid project. We can't say it's a Web2, we can't say it's a Web3, it's just on the middle, and we think that we probably find a solution to make everyone happy.
Awesome. I love that, because like I just like get in touch with Cross the Ages, but I've seen you guys have done a lot of things. So why we just start with some recent one? Because I know like you guys just like about to go into token 2049, right?
Yes.
So like, can you share us maybe with some like sneak peek highlights? What are you going to do in token 2049? Yeah, because like 2049 is a huge event each year. Maybe there's some like any exciting announcements or partnerships made during like this period.
I will give you like a sneak peek and something that no one know about it. You will be the first. The 20, so Friday 20 September, we will release one of the 3 different video from Arise. The game will be on Epic Store, so you will be able to go on the wish list. And the thing is very interesting because the game is 100% free, so people will be able to download for nothing. We made a video for like 2 minutes 30 where people will be able to see the gameplay, and they will see for the first time how the game is working. The thing very interesting is the week after, people will be able to try the game and to play to the game, because we already have like a playable version. It's not something that will be released in a year, not at all. We plan to release it in the beginning of 2025, and we're gonna do 3 different videos. The first one will be in September, the second one will be in November, and the last one will be just before the release in January. And like those 3 videos, we make one huge video at the end, and this is gonna be like pretty epic because you will be able to understand what is the vision of Cross the Ages, and it's a action RPG with a multiplayer mode, so you're gonna be able to play with your friend all together. The concept is pretty insane, and the gameplay is really huge because like you're gonna be able to spend a lot of time inside this game.
Awesome, because I like the tempo, like the first one is September, November, and then January. So will the video be shown in token 2049? Will be the first official trailer of Arise?
Absolutely.
Nice.
And the 20 September. It's gonna be the 20 September.
Okay, that's a secret date. I'm gonna mark that. So the same time, are you guys gonna maybe post on Twitter as well, or maybe the event will go first?
Yeah, we're gonna showcase it in some events. The 20. In the meantime, we're gonna post it on YouTube and also on Twitter. It's gonna be like the main way, and I think that the community is really waiting, for let's see the gameplay. We don't want to see like a demo of game anymore. We really want to know how the game is, how is the quality, and it is a real game where people will enjoy, and it's gonna be completely different than the experience from the trading card game. But the thing very great, it's you're gonna be able to use absolutely all your assets from the trading card game, to this game. And I think this is now why you can have like a kind of deep experience, because like you the time that you spend and the money that you spend on the first game, you didn't lose nothing. You can use it in another game, and the experience is just evolving with your same assets.
Cool. So like Herzel, you guys have joined a lot of events and also definitely gonna join like more events in the future. I feel like there's more and more like crypto events through different countries, right?
Yeah.
So like as maybe the founder and also like one of the key projects in 2041. Like, so how do you see events like Token 2049, and also there's like KBW and also WebEx in Tokyo this year, I believe, and like to influence the future like trajectory of across the ages, and also maybe to broader Web3 gaming space, because events can like sometimes you will have some like Web2 audience, and maybe there's some could be like cross or a bridge to let more people know about your games, because I feel like games have some advantage like instead of other kinds of projects, because you guys are more straightforward, right? You have videos, you have trailers. Maybe like did you like ever thought about like to have some cosplayers to maybe cosplay? Awesome. That is like the best.
On our last event, we have like more than 10 cosplayers come, men and women. It was pretty insane. I will send you some pictures. It was like pretty impressive. They made also a show. I think like the basis is have cosplayer. If you don't have cosplayer, why created an IP? And the first cosplayer we get, it was in 2022. We take like some models, in Dubai. And like the show was really insane. We won the prize of the best gaming of the year. So like absolutely everything was made, like all the design was pretty insane. And then in our event last year, we had like many cosplayer, and also in Tokyo you will see like we have like cosplayer. The thing interesting is the how the market is evolving, particularly in gaming in Asia. It's really insane. The other thing very interesting is because like you have like a lot of projects that appeared in 2021, like more than 3,500 projects, but like 90% of them completely disappear. So like we don't know where they are. And many people was frustrating, because they say, okay, they created something, they raised money, but nothing at the end. They are not gaming, nothing. And across the ages, become like more and more famous. It took the time, but like for example last year we made like maybe 6-7 events for in KBW on-site events where we were invited. This year we made the 24 events up to the main event. So so it was completely insane. We've seen like
there's only like 12 months you guys have made 24 events. That's insane.
Side event, we were invited by Forbes, by Sony, by so many partners that like they heard about across the ages, and now they're able to see the potential. We released last week a short movie of 5 minutes. I think we made almost 1 million views in less than 1 week.
I see like the YouTube has a lot of views, because usually Web3 projects will not have that views, like
it's view, it's comments, it's the reach, and the thing very good, it's you can have like the whole story, where like usually game have one trailer. We already have like 4 different trailers and like a new one coming, and the quality is pretty insane. The goal is simple. We prepare a short movie, a long movie, because we made a short movie of 1 hour 30. It's gonna be like cross the age 0, and it will explain you 20 years before the book what was happened. And then like the idea when you're gonna finish, so you have like the book, and when you will finish, the short movie, you will be able, to see like this long movie and this series that we prepare. It's a real universe that we're creating. It took time. It took time.
Yeah, definitely.
We do
it right. Like League of Legends has built such a large world by years. Yeah, absolutely. And also like Blizzard has like done something like also like Harry Potter. Like you just spend time. Completely. If you want something huge and beautiful, you have to spend time and energy and like everything on one thing to make it like complete. Yeah.
Completely agree.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm also like notice one thing about like across the ages. There's something different. Like usually Web3 gaming won't be related to RWA because usually like real world assets is more related to maybe properties, maybe some like Web2 economy. It's actually for me honestly it's my first time seeing there's a like IP project plus like Web3 gaming project to combine with real world assets. So like how do you guys like think about that?
So we think about that in 2020 actually. In 2020,
Oh, yeah.
So we absolutely everything we made from the first day, we created like a list with all our bullet point and say, okay, what is the first step? What is the second step? So we put like 120 points that we have to do it, schedule it. When you read it for the first time and you don't know the project and nothing was out, you say they are completely sick. They're completely crazy. It's not possible to do it. However, we do it step by step. So the first way for us was to give the ownership indeed, but to give the way for the people to become owner of the cards. When you complete your collection, you can burn your collection and receive the full collection at home. So it will create something pretty unique. All the cards will be unique, with a serial number, but also like you will have like a QR code on the back, and those QR code will allow you to found your card, into the blockchain, and you will have also a special version that you can also use into the game. Because what I want is to be sure that people that burn the card can be able to play to the game and do the competition and being able to enjoy and having fun. This was the first thing. The second thing was for us to go deeper and give the way to change the way of the gaming. It's ambitious, but like now we made it. Imagine that you play to a game, you play to Fortnite or World of Warcraft, but the land where you play is your land. So when you become owner of a land, when you buy a land, it's not on the metaverse, that we never use this word, it's on the real world. So you will have a portion of this land, it's going to be like an asset, like an NFT, but you will have it on the US. This land will have a size, and they are usually, on Texas and Oregon. And you say, okay, it's Sami, I have a land of maybe 10, 20, 500 meters square. But what I'm going to do with that? I will tell you, okay, wait. My co-founder, Richard, is heading a company called Data Factory, and they build, like infrastructure on the land, and we're selling energy, an extra percentage of energy of like a solar, aeolian, and we're selling that for Bitmain, Foundry, Meta, supercalculator of AI, and they pay always a fixed price. This we give it back, for the owner of the land. So you will have a yield from 5 to 15% if you are owner of land. So imagine that you will have this yield every month. And if you protect your land with your asset of course the ages, the card, you will be able to go from 10 to 30%. So you will have first the land, it's going to be like digital on the game, you will have the NFT, but you will have also like the physical property, and you will have a monthly yield will give you the way to get back. And whatever was going to happen to the project, it's a company based in the US, and they will give you always every month they will give you back the yield to allow you to have this and coming back. So it's a new way to play, and pretty interesting, because on the land, the people that's not protecting the land, imagine that the maximum is 15, all the rest people can come and stole it from you. So it's going to be not GTA, but CTA, where you're going to fight, to have like the extra that people are not able, to protect.
It's kind of like new and huge because it's interesting because I feel like RWA, like this concept and also this category being popular in crypto and Web3 since, for me, I will say last year, because there's some like RWA projects being pretty popular because they combined with some like maybe USA stock with some properties, because I know there's some like NFT rent for like you buy that NFT, you buy one piece of a house and you will share some like revenue of the rent of the house. So that will be something like more like common in RWA. So what you mentioned about is quite cool. And it's quite big. So like while I'm playing the game, I will receive digital, and I will be able to join and maybe to get a real land, and I will be able to get revenue. So I'm just like curious about like, so what's the benefits like brings to like the investor and to players for this? Will this be a really long-term things to be like officially launched, or like
It's gonna be
will
launched in a
those
few months, actually. It's gonna be launched in a
launch
few months. You're
few
gonna be
months?
yeah, few months this year. It's not gonna be next
This
year.
year?
Yeah, this year.
But it's already September,
We already buy the land. We already prepare absolutely everything. We start last year, you know that. So we always have an advance. The big difference with Cross the Ages is like we say nothing since nothing is ready. Now that we are ready, you know, the idea for us is like, okay, we are able to receive the yield. So we're gonna be able
so like you are the boss, like who will hide everything until it's like highly competitive.
Absolutely. We're not selling the news, we hide the news, you know. And then people, you know, are pretty bullish when they see. And I think that, you know, the experience is first is pretty unique. And this is why, you know, to be honest with you, why the publisher come, it's because they've seen something really different. You're right, it's ambitious, but the difference between execution and ambition, I think good is like we are on the field since so many times. We made so many fail, you know, in the past, that we're winning so much time. We know that what can work and what can't work. We know when it's too big and when it's acceptable. And we made something that we're starting, you know, with a number of lands. So you will have like 3,366 land for the first batch. And then, you know, we will have more because we allowed anyone, you know, like from Web 2, Web 3, whatever, to have the land. And like even, you know, like a financial product, it's like insane for the people to say, okay, I buy a land, I have a real land, I have a yield. It's like the perfect combo. Like, where is the trick? You know, where is the problem? But the thing is, we're not selling something with no revenue. Many products, you know, on the Web3 used to work with a Ponzi system where like they're paying you because like other people are coming and like they're paying you with the money of the other people. This is completely opposite. We have a way, you know, to generate a fixed revenue, and this fixed revenue, we just share it for the people. So we don't need to have any more S. Just your investment, you know, we allow you to get it back.
So it's quite straightforward, like
absolutely super, very simple. It's like a process that it's funny because like no one created a game where you can be will be able to have your land. This is sure. So this is why, you know, you will buy like a very high, huge portion of land, and the idea is like step by step, you know, to make that growth.
Awesome. So
question: what is the size of the team? We are 80 people today. 80 people working. 80 people working, you know, across the ages. 70 are based in south of France. So we have like the same office. 5 are in Japan. We opened a new company in Japan 3 months ago, and you have 4 people in Dubai and 1 in Singapore. So today, you know, we are 80 people, and my goal, to be honest, you know, is really, you know, to develop Asia. The Asia part is one of the most important, you know, step for us for many reasons. First of all, you know, the gaming, you know, in Korea, the gaming in Japan, the gaming, you know, in China is completely insane. And we start, you know, a very high promotion. And this is why, you know, we do this video together. And today we have 3 EMA. And the objective for us is to spread the word, to explain to people who we are, what we achieved so far, and what is possible.
Awesome. So, because actually I have been working in game industry before. So yeah, I'm working game industry. Like we've made a card game as well. So yeah, I'm just have like so much, like everything is about cards and collectibles. So yeah, I do love like gaming career, and I definitely believe you guys are doing something so cool because combines, and those things are kind of huge. I would say huge because usually when we like talk or maybe chat with some other Web3 gaming projects, they are more focused on gaming content or tokenomics. But Cross Ages, let me feel that you guys want to do something cares about like people's revenue, because everyone is investors besides being the gamers, right? It's kind of like something Web3 people will do. Like we do care about like the investment revenue or maybe the future roadmap of one project. So yeah, this is kind of nice for you guys to combine something, and by using real world assets in such a straightforward way.
If I convince you, to work with us in 1 hour, this is gonna be like this is gonna be like the first step. And
I'm not kidding this time.
if you check, like for example, the token, we launched the token in May. The market, for the token is not good actually, because like everything is going down, Ether is going down, and then since like the gaming is linked to Ethereum, so it's not good. Just check the last week, you will see cross dealers take 50% up just in 1 week. So people, have like a very huge interest to keep the CTA token. The utility is completely insane. It's not a token of reward. You can't win CTA token. It's not possible. You can only buy it. So this is the big difference. When you have a token that you can only buy it, you know that people never have it for free. So only people buy it, they stake it, they use it, to mint the card, and we have like a real economy. Imagine the CTA token like $1. It's a real currency, for the universe. You want to buy a land, it's a CTA token. You want to buy your car, it's a CTA token. So what's going to happen? In a few months, you will have like the sale of the CTA token. It's like $2.5, $2.6 million, and like people will have to buy CTA token. What's going to happen? The price will go directly high, and we're going to keep this CTA token. And all the things that we created, even now with the pre-sale of the third collection, going to be released the 18. It's like people are buying, and like they're going to buy, and then the token will go higher. And the new cycle didn't start, but like I'm super confident. To be honest with you, I'm so confident, on the CTA token that this is why I made all it. All my company, absolutely everything I do, I stop it since 2021, and then just focus, dedicated to make that Cross the Ages will be like the biggest success.
Awesome! I'm like so excited to see the first one who owns the like the land, and maybe to post something about that, because you just mentioned about like there's a pre-sale. I guess that's very important to introduce with us to talk about like the Reef pre-sale. So it's already ongoing.
So this pre-sale will start the 18. How it works? Every 6-8 months, you have a new collection of stages. Those collection is a collection of almost 200 new cards with character, with specificity on the card. You have what we say the 3 main collection. Because like across the ages, you have like 3 factions on the story. So you have like Archon, the first edition in the beginning, starts in March 2023, and then in October starts Mantris, the second, and we're gonna complete this with the Rift. After that, the 3 starter will be finished. So every new collection is finished for the order. You can't buy them anymore. Only for the people have them, on the past, and they keep it. And you will have a new collection will come. That those new collection will be a mix of the 3 different collections. So you will have some cards from
like new secretary for those like already sold before.
Yeah, exactly. When you play, to Hearthstone, you have a new collection of cards coming, every season with a new pack, new booster pack, so new effect, new spell, and new thing. And this is exactly what's happened. So this new collection, from the Rift will be the 3rd from the starter, and will be complete, the 3 collection. So this collection is super important. You have a limited number of packs that you can get. You can get them when you have like a pass, when you buy, the min pass. So the min pass is an asset that you can get, when you buy the pack on OpenSea, or you can buy it on the secondary market, and this will allow you, to become owner and to get this pack. People open the pack, more people open the pack, more the price of the pack go up. So the first collection used to be like 18,000, 14,000 was open, so you still have only 4,000 closed. Many disappear, on the markets. People lose, the wallet, the seed. So
years.
Yeah, exactly.
Always people to play with blind box, open the package, and to play with percentage, like to get some new heroes, new spells, right?
Exactly. So it's very interesting because like every collection bring a new spell, new gameplay. Those games become deeper every time. We have a new gameplay coming. So it's an upgrade, for the game. It's gonna be like showcased in Tokyo in the meantime. So in the meantime, when you have like the new game Arise coming, the critical game become better and better. And then like in 2 years, you will have the 3rd game will be released. So it's an IP. We will never stop, to continue building a new experience of gaming, but not only gaming. So there are like several experiences coming, and this is a plan made step by step. So we have like more and more player, more and more people in the company, and more and more ambition. So yeah, it's a good way actually.
Yeah, so I guess for those new players and new collectors, like the most strategic importance of the upcoming third pre-sale, like Rift. So like say like is the most importance about this third sale. Like
so when they will be able, to have like those back, Archons, Mantris, and Rift will be like the goal. It will be like the Bitcoin, Ethereum. It's like the biggest collection, and you will never ever get them in the future. And then what's happened? It's imagine that we sold like more or less 50 million digital cards, until the 4 million are NFT. So today, on the total, we have 4.1 million NFT. But the thing is, like, people need to burn the card to make evolve, the card. So every month, people, are burning. So the supply of Archant, let's say it was 2 million. After, the end of Archant, it become 1.9, 1.8. So you have one more player. You will have less card, and all those cards will be used on different games. That means people will need them. So you will have first, it's always like that. So you have a price, it's going up and then going down. And then when he go up the second time, it will never go down again. Because when you will be able to have the massive adoption, everyone will need the card and keep them, for them. But the new player will come and they will need to burn those cards together to complete the collection. So it's a system and very great dynamic to be sure that you will have always less and less cards, because we're not printing this card anymore and they're not available, for buying them. So the only way, is just to get them on the secondary market and to burn them to get the evolution of the card.
Awesome, because I've seen with recent posts there's maybe a new character like the Kake's younger sister. I like her because she's quite unique, and I can see there's some unique personality, and also has some storytelling in different characters. Because I've seen you guys have made some videos, and video has the sketch of each character. Because I love the part. I can see there's a lot of Web3 users. Well, when they talk about Web3 games, they are actually also Web2 games players. So they will also to see what's the story behind the characters. They will have the desire to see the progress of the game making, because it's lovely to see game is making instead of maybe DPing or something more technical. That will be hard for us or for me to understand with, but you see the 20% of game, 50% of game, that is a lovely moment. You can see there's a sketch to an enemy, to a new spells, to some new trailers. You can see things coming up one step by one step. That is, I will say, one of the cool stuff about Web3 gaming.
Yeah, and even more, when you develop your own IP, being able, to share step by step, all the parts for the community is really important, because they see exactly, from where you start, and they are witness, a witness of your work. And when they see, at the beginning that, there's nothing, and then, they see the trailer, they see how, the character become live, it's a real game changer, and it created an affective emotion pretty awesome and pretty high, because people say, okay, it's true, it's real, it's not something that the graphic bible across the ages is around 8,000 page today. It's a home. They created something in absolutely each city, each character have more or less 40 page per character when you create the brief, and when designer, so they have the story of the character, where he's come from, who he was when he was young, and absolutely everything is developed on that.
Oh, I love this part.
Yeah, this is the best one. And I don't know if we can, if we are able, to share a quick video, for the community to show them, after this conversation. If it's possible, do you think that, to show them, the work and the quality, because it's nice, to hear someone talk about, but nothing is better than the proof. So if we are able to use this 3 minutes to show to the community, if it's okay for you.
Yeah, for sure. After review, this video will have a better vision to maybe combine with some videos, graphics, to better community knows what's happening now, what have you guys done. So yeah.
Here we go. So let me know. Are you able to see the screen?
Yeah, but I need to check with the sound maybe.
Okay, here we go.
Can humankind collaborate to survive? This question inspired a collective of 7 authors to write an epic sci-fi fantasy story, a saga in 7 volumes, written over 7 years. More than 150 world-renowned writers, artists, and developers collaborate every day to bring the universe and characters of Artilium to life, from books and comics to animations and games. Your playing cards are collectibles and available in both digital and physical forms. Use these cards to play our trading card game and defend your dungeon in our action game. Ages turned gaming upside down and changed your point of view. Become a responsible owner of Artillery. Protect your lands and contribute to saving this virtual universe as well as our own. This is possible thanks to Cross the Ages real-world investment in the renewable energy transition, bridging the gap between virtual and real through a more responsible gaming ecosystem. Welcome to Reverse. Together, we are the answers. Together, we are Cross the Ages.
Thank
I
you.
love this. Yeah, I've even seen you say following videos with Cross the Ages with Watchdogs. So
Yeah.
is that the dogs I think about like
Yeah,
same
yeah,
game?
exactly. We made a collaboration with Insane, and we
Oh.
created the whole video, and we created a backstory, and we created the universe where like the character of Watchdog, they're coming, 24, they're coming, inside Cross the Ages, and they have like the real life inside the game. So it's I think more than like almost 1 year of preparation to create the movie, to create the card. Then we created the collection, but people were able to buy the card and to see like the effect on the future of what's bring those collaboration. We made only one collaboration per year. It's always with like a huge partner, and we have like already prepared collaboration for next year and the year after. So it's quite good, and it's also like a super high franchise, a super high partner. They never accept Watchdog to do any kind of partnership. They made like you can have like some promotion or like some, but doing a thing like a crossover is completely different, and like they really love the fact that they put the story and the IP on the same level. It's good for us because it's still Cross the Ages, it's still a young company. It's only 3 years, and it's always like an honor for us when you have like a company with more than 13 years and like 45 million player that accept to do it because they feel that the potential is here.
Awesome. So yeah, the video has a lot of like exciting moments. So maybe like, could you like maybe give us or community an insight into like what players can expect from Arise in terms of gameplay and maybe world building? Because like I guess a lot of like new followers, they haven't known about like what is Arise story about. So like maybe could you
Sure.
give us a brief storyline about like the world building and maybe also like what kinds of gameplay and maybe connection to overall CTA like storyline?
Yeah, so Arise is actually an RPG. It's a multiplayer game. It's a real app. You can do absolutely everything. You can build, many parts inside to create your own weapon, to sell also materials. You can be able to have like stones, mineral, wood, fish. So your character can go to fish, and this will give you like some oil. Absolutely everything, have a sense. You can be part of a guild inside the game or not. You will have like a dungeon at the beginning where you can go inside and like fight, with your friend in the dungeon. But you can also being able to have exploration and being able, to see and like to try, to get some resources outside. And this is why people need to protect, their own space. And we working, to create the huge capital. So every 6 months you have a new dungeon, and the map will be bigger and bigger. Creating a game like that, you can't do it in 2 years. Even if you are genius, it's not possible. However, if you start and like the map become bigger, every 6 months you will see like the map will become more and more big, and you will have more and more people until we will be able to start the capital where like you can be able to see all the shop, and there's gonna be like real people selling real resources, inside. And we created something very deep to push the people, to really live inside, like concert inside the game, like a real life inside the game, and you will really have like this feeling to be part of Cross the Ages and to the Arturium world. So really immersive, and yeah, in 9 days you will be able to see that for real. You will be able to see it by your eyes and see that it's not a promise, but it's a real, a slab coming, a real universe coming.
Awesome. I just can't wait to see like the video will be launched on 20th, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So yeah, so we talked about like the gameplay and also the pre-sale, but we also mentioned about like the RWA. So definitely I want to know more about like the land sale, because that part is another cool part as well. So yeah, so as a like upcoming land sale, maybe could you share some details about like how the land will function within the game, and also what players can expect, or how do they participate, like the most important part?
So I think first, I don't know if you tell to your community that 20 of them, will have like a pack of rifts for free. So you will be able to pick them and to give them, those pack. This is the first thing. For the how you can be, able to become owner of a land. the first land, the 3,366 land, will be sold in November. End of November, we're gonna start like the sale between end of November and beginning of December. You need to have like a mint pass, to have an access to this buy. If you don't have mint pass, you can't buy them, because like the first one, we just keep them, for the community, since they are like small of them. It's like a pilot. When you have the land, directly you will be able, to receive every month, the yield. The thing interesting is since the game is not launched, you will have automatically your yield, every month, and then you will be able, to develop your own land when the game will start. When the game will start at the beginning of the year, you will be able, to make bigger your land and like develop your resources inside the land. So every land first is unique, but it's also how you spend inside it, and what do you want to put inside your land to create it more like this or more like that. So we will prepare like at the beginning of November a huge note to explain how the land are working. For now it's still spoiling, we still keep it, but you will see it's pretty unique experience.
Like when you're talking about like develop your resources inside the island, are you talking about like in real life develop, or maybe in the game to develop their lands, and some like the two are like related?
Also, it's also linked. For example, across the ages, the system of course is called the reverse, and our experience is created the bridge between the virtual and the real. So when you invest a lot, on the virtual, it will have a result, on the real. Indeed, for now, the land is not moving in the real world. However, the yield that you will receive will change if you put, for example, more cards inside, your land, and you don't have to burn them. You just have to stake them and put your asset inside, and they will be like a guardian, to protect your land and to help you, to have more resources, more yield. That this yield you will come back as more money. Super simple.
Cool. So like I have a small question. So will maybe Cross Ages have some like maybe team members who is responsible for the real world management?
Yes, absolutely. We have like a real resources like linked on that, and this is like one of the most exciting part actually.
Awesome. So
we'll have
to be at November, right? Okay.
Yes.
So like the total supply will be 3,000 or
3,360 lands for the first session, and then it will be almost 10,000. But it's gonna be like next year. So the first will be like the Genesis. So they are pretty special, because like every time we created something, the first collection is always special. So this will be like the rarest land in quantity, and also in the effect that they will have.
Yeah, I can't wait to be one of the land holders and to have my yield. Yes, I guess like for regular Q&A for today's, we have already like went through all the QA and to let people know what are you guys doing now, and also like maybe the team background. So yeah, thanks so much for all the information. I love the safety part.
I love your energy. I really love your energy. No, sorry, you have something very special. It's I feel super comfortable first of all, and like you have like this natural energy. It's like so awesome. Like I really love to talk with you. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, because we are all gamers. Like gamers just have this kind of strong connection. Yeah.
Are you going, to Token or no?
Tokyo?
No, Tokyo. Yeah, or Tokyo maybe?
Yeah, I have some friends ask me to, but currently I'm not in any company or team. So I haven't thought about like to go by myself. Like usually they are going to Singapore because they have maybe some company with team or like project. So for me, individual one. So not for yet. This. Yeah, this one I will maybe just watch.
And so now you're based in China.
Yeah, but I'm also looking for some like gaming, Web3 gaming. But I haven't seen like something like before I'm seeing with Across Ages, because I'm thinking for some car games actually, because I'm just into car games too much, like TCG games.
Can you drop me your Telegram?
Yeah, for sure.
And then I will super quickly, because like they're waiting for the second EMA. It starts 6 minutes before. They're gonna kill me, and we're gonna explain together, by Telegram.
Yeah, awesome. So I guess as a final note, I can do that. Like the most exciting part in the next few months is the first one will be September 20th. It will be the first amazing official trailer of the game, and also like Arise, and also there's gonna be ongoing pre-sale of Rift. And the third part is there will be an important land sale on November, and that one will be about RWA. So if you are interested in like Cross Ages, you can definitely follow their official Twitter and join the community, because like community is always the best part for players to troll with. Yes, and awesome. So if there's anyone going to Token 2029, definitely seeking for. So you guys will have a place in Cross Ages, right?
Yes, so
Like,
we don't have a booth, but we have like a talk there, and but I will send you absolutely all the info. I'm switching now, and I
Awesome.
keep in touch very quickly with you, and I send you something now. Okay?
Yeah, definitely. We can see you in Telegram. Thanks so much.
See you soon.
Lovely talk. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Good luck in the following MA. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Cool. See you next time. Bye.